pass, broke it up. It's being played in the middle third at the moment. Stevenson with it up and under. She goes tracking it. It's down, it puts up Gill.
Good girl, well done.
Gill back to Graham, who pokes it forward looking for the run of Nichols. Perfect, solid at the back. Zoe Nichols just comes in and drops the boom there. This is the little shoulder barge, and the referee says none of that.
Go on, Chad. Ready, start there. 2 metres in.
Stevenson with a free kick into the defensive half. Punches it down the line, looking for Shegog over her head onto Gill. Hallaby wanted it, but well done by Carter Mason, anticipated it nicely, and then was expecting a run from the fullback. Didn't come.
Back in. Get it back in. Drop.
Well done, Maury. Shoulder one way. Shoulder one way. Shoulder one way. Well done, Lucy.
And Morris. Oh, well won there. Well defended. McGregor back in control though. For the Zebras, their pass lacking direction. Seems just lacking a little bit of Christmas on the passing just yet. Oh, wonderful work from Keelan Fagan. Threads it through for Emily Hernick, who was offside. Oh, that's a big blow. It was opening up there. They had them outnumbered. And not to be. And a warning.
Hey, doing well. Okay, come in, then go out. Get that room behind her, then you've got the pace to beat her. Okay?
So Joni Archer with the free kick. And that's a lovely ball for Danielle Canagiza. Tried to centre it for Rob. It's quite fine away from Hernick. And shipped into the middle, straight down the direction of Lucy McGregor. She goes back to Graham, miscontrol. Invites Shegog onto the ball. Throw in here on the near side. So Roberts and Fagan. Through there is McGregor. That's a lovely raking ball for Danielle Canagiza to run into. It's Canagiza offside. The flag had been raised on the dynamic Canagiza as she looked breaking behind.
Good ball. Hey, Macca. Good ball. DK. Good run.
Working forwards. Again, Hallaby the target. Gill to Roberts for Canagiza. Working up, and then Graham sends it forward, but Hernick again. Back there for City. Stevenson in control. They were. Stevenson then runs straight into Morris, who's charging off with a head full of steam. Sarah Morris takes the early shot. Perhaps just didn't have the pace to keep going there. Might have been better off carrying a little further. Control. They were. Stevenson then runs straight into Morris. Their best chance of this game thus far. Hobart Zebras. And perhaps one they will feel they should have done a little bit better from. Chips it in there, Roberts applying the pressure. They carry it out. And blocked by Graham. Keelan Fagan threading it through again for Hernick, and again the flag is raised. Well, the ARs have been the most decisive figures in this contest so far. The big offside calls. Gill charges that one down. Shegog just playing it off up.
Luigi, is our box to here or to there? Right.
Here's Fagan to Hallaby. Now Shegog blocked off. Mason chips it for Morris. Morris looks to switch things up. Centres it at Hernick's back. And Hernick smashing it forward. Her opposing centre half Mason blocked. Gill directed straight to Shegog, but it's just all a bit scrappy here. Nearly going of this game. Can the Zebras find some quality back the other way? Again, the offside flag is raised. This is just getting a bit ridiculous. That's what I did. So a free kick at the back here with yet another offside. It's just been frequently occurring in these opening 15 minutes here. Strikers both sides really struggling to stay on. Both teams playing a fairly high line, I guess, but awkward one there. Stevenson cleaned up by Morris. Or vice versa, right? Free kick. There we go, the Zebras way.
Oh, is that how far it's coming? Was this our byline? Bloody, how far do you want to take? You want to end up in Campbelltown next year?
It's Crusade just commenting on the pitch size here. And it doesn't feel like the pitch has been moved in. A metre or two. Perhaps that the narrow pitch, what they're after in the NPL. Well, I suit them a little as this one's whacked into the box. Should be gathered comfortably by Dewsbury. And will be. Lucy and Dewsbury. Swings it wide for Lillian Shegog. Controls it, pressure by McGregor. Takes it wide, just run out of room in the end, perhaps deceived by those dual lines. That's the tennis type tram line set up here today. Oh, very confusing. Not really sure what the calls would be apart from the coach wanting a narrow ground. So I reckon that must be it as Fagan looks it in the Hernick direction. She sends it forward for a sister. Kayla Mason should have the pace in this situation though. Oh, it wasn't the most convincing of clearances though. Hallaby will spring onto this one. To kill that off Mason, here's Hallaby. Tries to get around Graham, who puts a foot in, and behind it goes for a corner. Or a goal kick. No luck at all there, so frustration.
What's it short one there?
So Janie Archer about to take the kick out from the back here instead of Ponson. And she chips the fall for Nichols. Stevenson too physical in Colquhoun's liking. Kick blown. It's going to be the artist formerly known as the Riddler to take. Along with the Batman villain. Well, that's a poor touch from McGregor, seized upon by Fagan, works it to Hernick, has Hallaby in the middle, decides to go herself and take on Mason. Mason, the despairing lunge. Hernick still going, surely finds the back of the net. She does. It's 1-0 City. Emily Hernick beats Mason, all ends up, and puts City ahead 16 minutes into this game. They've started the sharper of the two teams, and they get a deserved goal. Emily Hernick had shown warning signs, had been denied once by Ponting. There would be no denying it this time. Mason initially makes the challenge here, but just loses track of the ball. And Hernick able to go back. So thank you very much. So it's City. And we'll take that after a tough couple of weeks. The goals haven't been flowing. They'll be glad to have struck early in this one. So Erin Delaney down the right. Can they find the immediate response? Chips it into the mixer for Zoe Nichols, who takes it down. Zoe Nichols couldn't quite bring it under a spell in time. Wasn't too far away. Lovely work there from Erin Delaney down the right. Opening up possibilities there. Here's Hallaby. He's prominent early in this one. Kanagiza. Back to McGregor. One back by Hallaby though. And everything. Trying makes Monroe's forward here through Banner. This is looking for Hallaby. Stretching was Mason. Across comes Graham. Deals with it. Stevenson. It's the goal scorer, Hernick. Again, blocked off. Getting down through there. To the top of the box, looking for Hallaby. Graham controls, then volleys away. Now it's the Zebras through Zoe Nichols, looking to get a move on. It's Rachel Gill charging down the near touchline. Looks at the Sarah Morris.
He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
Morris. Knocked away there by Stevenson. Morris wants to win the corner for the Zebras, and she does so. So Sarah Morris to deliver. City had a bit of trouble defending corners last week against Ulverston. They were leaving huge gaps at the near post, which Jasmine Gorry was only too happy to exploit. Let's see. They can find similar success from that area. Riley Morris will deliver. She swings it in. Onto the mix-up, volleyed awkwardly there by Roberts. Couldn't direct it goalward.
Give her an option.
I love me first stage. Yeah, I can't get off
So they swing it forward. It's a dangerous moment here. Caitlin Roberts in attack. Fired a shot that was blocked off. Really low percentage effort. So Morris. Now McGregor. Lucy McGregor going backwards. Canada straight into Graham. Made life difficult for a defender. And then Hallaby just buffeted away there. Gets the free kick.
Yours, Emily.
Let's get the talk up.
So, swung to the top of the box. Archer tries to nod it away. Hernick there. Now Kayla Mason more decisively away. Mason again away. Zebras doing lots of work deep in their own defensive area at the moment. Into the middle, that's all to no one really in particular there. Right into the corner, mightn't be the worst field position though. McGregor. Dwells on it. Again, just knocks it back. It's thumped with the diagonal there from Archer, trying to spring in Morris, who knocks it straight out of the keeper's hands. And fairly straightforward decision there for Ian Colquhoun.
Shit spot that one.
He'll take better than that.
What do you do?
Delaney coming forward. She works it there to Danielle Canagese. Canagese swinging, looking for Nichols. Stooping low with Stevenson. Didn't clear the area. Roberts was in there making a nuisance of herself, but couldn't find the way through.
Oh, Sammy scored.
Sweet! Caitlin! Hey, good work coming in behind there. Stop.
No. Oh. There's two more.
Here's Caitlin Roberts. Roberts to Nichols. Zoe Nichols couldn't get around Brooke Ernick there. Has been solid in defence again. Wide for Canagese. Back to Janie Archer. Now Canagese set quite the task there. So Brooke Ernick with the throw in. In the middle, played forward there. Again, really optimistic ball, setting far too much of a task the attackers, but now they've got it up there. Maybe they can press and force the Zebras into an error. And there is one from Morris. Coughed it straight up, and then surely a foul there. Had to be a foul there on Amy Hawes. Almost with a hand of apology there, but those type of fouls in this game so far. Just shoulder barges. Not much in that one, just off balance when the contact was made.
Just come off for a quick sec. Come on for a sec. Would you like to come off for a minute?
Sorry, I didn't realise it was that bad.
So Piers Hawes has come off second best from that one. He's feeling the effects of the knock. He's going to come off and get a little bit of treatment, and it'll be Stevenson to take the free kick here eventually.
Bill, just drop in a pull back a bit, okay? Oh, yeah.
So Selena Stevenson knocks it long onto the head of Kayla Mason.
Great stuff, Caitlin. Great ball.
Diagonal ball was a good one for Canagese, who attempts the early shot trying to chip Dewsbury, who is on a line and shows a safe pair of hands there. Mason out for Gill. Gill couldn't find McGregor because Fagan was coming through. Graham plays it forward for Nichols. Zoe Nichols showing strength to hold off the attention of Stevenson, then sends it forward there. Coming together, leaves two players on the floor. Meanwhile, Stevenson still worse for wear too.
One on the ground dying now.
Caitlin! Hey! Matty, do you need to be there? Where should you be? You've got a back four. You need to be in front. Yeah. Don't want you dropping back into there.
To the other team. So we got the bouncer.
Right, you need a 6. On 6, right?
Graham skews that pass horribly. Hallaby will give chase. Gill there first though, worked it to Morris. Morris back to Graham. Now Mason. Cross to Gill. Broken up by Hernick. Sends it long. Emily Hernick now up against Archer. Scored the opening goal of the game.
Three options there, Rach. Bit of choice, eh? Unlucky.
Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
And a lot of offsides in this game so far. Far more than usual. Amy Hawes still on the near touchline here. Looks like she's set to come back in momentarily. Covering from the knock, turning his Kanagazer onto the left. It more or less works. Over ball on McGregor. Now Zoe Nichols. Zoe Nichols turning. Now Morris giving chase, and we'll just let that one roll over for the throw in.
When you're ready.
So Dewsbury chips it for Brooke Hernick. Back to Steventon, just clears the area decisively, puts it out in front of Hallaby to chase, but Gill with the long strides gets there first. It's going to be Shegog as we tick towards the 30-minute mark of this first half. Launceston City holding sway 1-0. Thanks to a goal from Emily Hernick. Here's Keelan Fagan, taken away from her by Lucy McGregor.
Well done, Macca. Have a look, Macca. Inside, remember.
One shipped forwards, but easy pickings there for Casey Ponting. So Zasny going to need to conjure a better ball than that to unlock the defence. Here's Danielle Kanagazer. Works it to Roberts. Roberts now for Kanagazer, continuing her run down the right. Now looks to thread it through for Nichols. Ball's back on and works it away, but puts Stevenson a little bit of pressure. No attacker coming to press her though. Clearing ball.
Come on, big goal side.
So Delaney, good throw, like a bullet, straight to the feet of Zoe Nichols. Back to Delaney. It's time to send in a cross. She does just that for Kanagazer. Kanagazer forward. Stevenson tries to clear. Morris coming through. Now Dewsbury should be able to calm things down.
Control it.
So wide, a free kick blown there. Georgia leg there. And then Ruby Banner, sorry. Drawing the free kick. And it was Banner. Swung to the mixer. Emily Hernick cushioned it down. Banner.
Yeah, well
Zadnik.
Well picked up, ref.
And referee spotting something.
Kayla should have held that line, 18-yard line. She should have said up, 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 and when that ball's kicked.
Ian Archer taking all these kicks in their own territory. Lucy McGregor into the middle for Graham. Graham for Morris. Now Roberts. Across to Lucy McGregor. Daniel Canagiza. This is building nicely. Delaney making an intelligent run. Goes centrally instead, trying to play in Morris, but gathered comfortably by Lucienne Dewsbury once more. And Dewsbury, a bit of a shank straight into the path of Canagiza. Played the 1-2 with the Roberts. As the Plovers begin to swoop here at Buckby Land Rover Park. Collected again by Dewsbury, so no real cutting edge in the final third for the Zebras in this one thus far. City leading a goal to nil thanks to Emily Hernick, who nods on here, and Ruby Banner chases onto it. Archer across in defence. Now Mason. He's just put a little too far out ahead of Banner, and Mason has got some good wheels. Got there first. Miscontrolled though by Archer. Might let Banner back in again. Kayla Mason muttering up, wins the second challenge in a row. And the passing click this time for the Zebras is Roberts. Roberts looking for Canagiza, but O'Kearney clear that one away comfortably.
You're not in the context who was speaking.
And wide on the right, the Zebras through Zoe Nichols. Can't find a way in behind though, well defended.
Not yet, not yet.
Shalea Malkin doing the defensive duties on this occasion. Hallaby. Just whacked out there, any old way will do. So it's Erin Delaney with the throw-in. She's made a good start to this game, got forward a couple of times and some decent balls into the box for the Zebras. Here's Zoe Nichols. Threads it on for Morris. Morris back in for Caitlin Roberts. That's blocked behind by Stevenson for a corner. So across will be swung in here by Morris. 5 teammates to pick out in the area. One of them's Gill. Nods over the top. I think the referee had spotted a push in the back of Stevenson at the near post anyway, but the ball found its way through to Gill. Yeah, had an open header, and Kayla Mason clearly pushing there, and easy decision there for Ian Colhoun, so it wouldn't have mattered had Gill directed the header goals anyway. Here's Dewsbury. Put Stevenson under quite a bit of pressure there. And forced her to just hack it out of there in the end, which sends the Plovers into an absolute fit. It's going to be Gill with the throw in here, ticking towards half time. Here's Roberts. Roberts centering it, couldn't find McGregor. Allowed Banner to pounce upon it. Keelan Fagan has been well held so far. Can she make something happen here? Scrapping away against Lucy McGregor. Support came in the form of Delaney. She worked it to Gill. Gill's pass just a little undercooked for McGregor. Kayla Mason for Gill. Now into the middle here for Delaney. Delaney plays it full for Nichols. Good first time pass from Nichols for Morris. Sarah Morris in space on the right here. She swings it across, looking for Caitlin Roberts. Went over her head. Danielle Canagiza. One-on-one with Amy Hawes here. Does well to hold her up. Plays the 1-2 with Roberts, and now the cross comes in. Near post, it was poor from Canagiza in the end. Just lacking the direction. Good play. Pretty good so far on the Zebras, but the final ball has not been there. Chris Hay showing his encouragement on the sidelines, happy with what he's seeing in recent moments, but just wants that final ball to be fixed up. Definitely making a few inroads now. So they try and haul down this 1-goal lead, courtesy of Emily Herrick. That's a dangerous goal kick again, puts the team under pressure, but Shegog extricates the team from the situation well. She launches it long. Now Mason is going to be pressured by Fagan, their opposite number. Mason just under hit that one, invited Keelan Fagan in. Now crossed in for Hernick, just tried to shield it away there from Archer. Working back hard was Roberts, did well. And Lucy McGregor clears the area. Sends it wide for Sarah Morris. Morris looks up. As a run at a defender here, backs herself to get in behind. Storming down the right is Morris. We'll get the throw in. They are growing into this contest. There's no doubt about that, the Zebras. City certainly have the better of the early exchanges. Built their lead. Now it's the Zebras looking to get back. So Delaney with that bullet throw in. Took a deflection, then straight to the path of Steventon, who senses a chance to spring the counter attack here. Right down the middle she goes. Couldn't find Keelan Fagan though. Now Graham and McGregor raffle it between them in midfield. Good play down the right now from the Zebras. And then taken away and out of play. Erin Delaney, quite prominent, the Zebras right fullback. Involved in all their best attacking moves. Here's Caitlin Roberts. Couldn't pick out Nichols. Away from her by Hernick. Now Banner had 2 to beat. Initially seemed to have Delaney's beating, but then won the war. Dangerous ball too in. Steventon clears it behind for another corner. They're just turning the screws right now, the Zebras. Can they get back on terms before the halftime break? Crossed in dangerously. Canagiza. And the shot was blocked. Stevenson away.
Rachel, great run there.
Sarah! Brilliant balls!
Tell Caitlin, get out of the way.
Zoe Nichols driving the play here, works it to Caitlin Roberts. Roberts skips right on the marker. Caitlin Roberts from the angle, couldn't make the good contact she was after. And Canagiza able to pounce upon it. Now in transition, it's Launceston City looking a threat on the counter. Ball was passed straight to Archer though. Now Delaney. Zasny was there. Now Lucy McGregor to Morris. Pressure building. But again, Hernick composed, well positioned at the back for City. She's led them well today. In the middle she goes for Hallaby. Poor first touch straight to Delaney, who put Graham under pressure, and Fagan working back, playing slightly deeper role in behind these strikers.
Casey. Pick it up.
Race here. And Ponting
I can't see that far.
Janie! Hey! Yeah.
just clears it. The safety first there, Casey Ponting. Would have been able to just knock it to a teammate, but wasn't going to take that risk. Chip forward, Mason. The silkiest touch there, went straight to Hernick. Hernick gets past her, and now it's Emily Hernick into the box, chipping dangerously, looking for Shegog. Plenty of bodies back though for the Zebras, and they negotiate it well. Canagiza for Roberts, chests it down, takes it in stride, and then on the left knocks a lovely ball for Sarah Morris. Beautiful play this from the Zebras. It's Morris up against three. She takes on the early shot and puts it wide of the post. Ferocious hit there from Sarah Morris, but just lacking the direction on this occasion. Took the shot on early. And the beating of the keeper. Crucially also had the beating of the post.
Look at that. Oh, sorry.
You missed.
It's a tactic.
You missed.
So Dewsbury looking like she fancies the short option. Zoe Nichols very much awaits that. This is something the Zebras are very good at doing to their opponents, pressing when teams try and play short out from the back. And they've won it back here, have they? No, Shegog able to recover it from Canagiza. Hernick just says, let's clear the area a bit more decisively. Mason chested it down, but now it might fall for Hallaby. Hallaby takes it wide. She's got a little support behind her if she can hold it up, and she does so. It's Shegog under pressure from Canagiza. Sends it into the top of the box there. Hernick showing strength up against Mason. And a bit too much strength in the end. And fouls Mason in the area. And that could be the last meaningful attack of the half. We'll see how much out of time there is. Can't imagine there'd be too much. Haven't been many stoppages in this one so far. Archer. Poor ball for Riddler. Shegog. And Mason volleys it away. Pause for Lillian Shegog. Gill gets the foot in there and just puts it into touch. Probing late in the half here. Fagan closed down by McGregor. So the former Batman villain Gill works it in there. Zoe Nichols, but well broken up again. Shalia Malkin out to Lillian Shegog, who turned it over to Graham Archer. A lot of new faces out there today. Rewind 12 months ago. The match between these sides. And a fair bit of a turnover as this one's crossed in, looking for Roberts at the top of the area. Drops it off for Lucy McGregor. Lucy McGregor curling it there, but lacking any real power to test the keeper with. So we've ticked past 46 minutes now. And that will be all she wrote for the first half here at Buckby Land Rover Park. Launceston City will head into the sheds. A goal to the good. Emily Hernick getting the better of Kayla Mason and opening the scoring here. Really, from that moment on though, the Zebras got on top of proceedings. Looked the better team as the half wore on, but City resolute in defence. And that's why they will head into the break with the lead. There is the goal from Hernick. Mason just losing her footing and was then shielded from the ball expertly. The only goal of the first half. We'll be back in around about 15 minutes time with the second half of this story. The Zebras looking to mount a fight back. City looking to move clear in second place.
I love the excitement and the thrill of being out on the pitch. It's not all about you, it's about working hard for everyone else on the field as well. It's a really skillful game, exciting game, fast game.
Playing at the top level gives a sense of accomplishment, like we're actually doing something good for females. Our sport matters.
As soon as you walk onto the pitch, every emotion is flowing. The passion within the game is second to none.
The World Game is Tasmania's game.
tam mohla zahrát, trošku běhat rychleji, oni běhají docela pomalu. Co? Je to strašně pomalý. Okay. Oh, Zenej je strana navíc. Dvořáková. Dvořáková. Simona.
Dvořáková. I don't actually have the Zebras team sheet.
You don't?
No.
Do you want me to email it to you? I got it from my phone. That Ashley can do it because I don't have your thing. I don't have it. Ashley?
Second half. Here at Buckby Land Rover Park, Launceston City holding sway over the Hobart Zebras by 1-0. And we're underway in the second stanza. The Zebras needing to chase the game here against the City side who hold the lead, but didn't have a whole lot of the ascendancy, it must be said. In that first half, of the 15-minute mark, it really was the Zebras in control of the contest, if not creating clear-cut opportunities. Now to the grounds, got a 4-1 lead for Olympia over Clarence in the MPL, still 0-0 after it's half-time in Kingborough versus Devonport. And Super League Ulverston leading 2-0 over Kingborough. And South Hobart 3-1 leaders over University. That's the other action taking place, of course. Big MPL Tasmania clash, second versus third between City and Zebras. Following this one, plenty of football coming to you from around the state this afternoon. A lovely day here at Buckby Park for us. Caitlin Roberts skips past one, then threads it through for Zoe Nichols. Zoe Nichols to level it up. Well tracked back by Fagan. Lays it off and Roberts blasts it over the top. Should have done better. But credit to Keelan Fagan there, came tearing back and looked great. Impressive from someone who plays further up the pitch there. She saved a certain goal with her efforts there.
Remember, Janie, you're holding. Right, remember. Yes, Sarah.
Caitlin, hey, great positioning.
Driven, and Dewsbury collects that one comfortably enough. Long down the middle, Hallaby was there. Any touch though, went straight to Archer. Archer in turn to Roberts. Roberts to McGregor. Now Zoe Nichols turns and threads it through, but so good at sniffing out those chances, Brooke Hernick. Just reads the intent of the attackers and gets back there to make the block.
Let's just stay. Yeah. No, you can. I'm an Aaron.
Acres of space here, encouraged to take the shot on. She does just that, but lacks the conviction. Chris Hay was there. We don't want to be shooting from there. Her teammates are imploring her to shoot, but I think the coach is probably the correct one. Not really going to threaten the keeper from that range as this one's played over the top. Will Dewsbury get there first? Just Zoe Nichols was lurking. Back from injury layoffs, I believe, Zoe Nichols. Might have been overseas as well, but either way hasn't quite perhaps reached the sharpness she showed last year. Can be such a devastating striker when she's at her best. Has a habit of winning the ball back off defenders and making them pay is Archer. Was looking for Gill, put her under pressure against Shegog. Did well in the end to work it out there to Morris, who goes a little nutmeg on Hawes. And believes she's won a corner in the process. The referee does not share that belief. And given the way that Hawes just tracked straight back into the box to defend the corner, I'm inclined to believe she thought at least that she had got a little foot on that one. One or two quizzical looks cast in the direction of the assistant referee there. So it's Zebras on the attack here through Morris. Running at Hernick, who's been the usual rock-like presence. Just doing what needs to be done at the back for a side. Gill for Morris. Her touch takes it wide, too wide. She runs out of room.
Zoe, tell her, soft touches on a first touch.
So the long throw. Heave down the line. Hallaby's there for City. And just can't control it and keep it in play in the end. There's been any real tempo to this game. It's been a bit of a holding pattern, really. Too much manic counter-attacking or attacks with speed. So they're just trying to break down the opposition, and they won't be able to do that here as Morris's deflected error. Straight into the hands of Dewsbury, who goes with the punt onto the head of Delaney. Aaron Delaney takes it past the marker and now sends it through for Canagiza. Good ball there, Danielle Canagiza with room down the right. She puts a cross in looking for Nichols, but Emily Hernick, for the umpteenth time today, is there to clear the danger. Delaney to take the throw in. And they'll get a corner now. So Zebras have got right back on the front foot in this second half, just as they did in the first half. And will that pressure eventually tell? This last year it was roles very much reversed in the game at this ground they played, where you had Launceston City side almost well over an hour turning the screws, battering them, but couldn't find a goal. Will it be the Zebras left frustrated today? Well, if they keep swinging balls like that, they will be. Straight onto the roof of the net. And when you're trailing 1-0, really, you afford to wasting corners like that. Need to be asking the questions of the opposition.
Go, Mo, go, Mo.
Archer, McGregor, now sliding in with Stevenson. Slide tackle was good, went straight to Hernick, and Hernick's going to back herself to beat Graham here. She charges off down the left as Graham catch up to her. She did, and I'm not entirely sure what that end product was from Hernick. It's just going with the non-preferred and booted it straight out of play. One of the more curious moments of the season I've seen. I am staggered as to what exactly she was trying to accomplish there. Anyway, well done, Graham, to track her back, I suppose. The offside flag wasn't raised or anything. Just kept running, and the strike just gone back straight into the ball by the looks of it. Anyway, she has a chance to redeem herself here as she charges at Graham. This time Graham blocks that one off. Fagan sends it wide for Banner. Banner with a teasing ball directed away by Gill. Danielle Canagiza turning. That's a good ball for Nichols. Nichols chests it down and then quickly works it forward. Might have been better off having a look though. She went straight to Stevenson. And the Zebras able to get back on the ball through Lucy McGregor. Canagiza couldn't find Archer. Fagan. And again Hernick just smashes it forward. Her sister's on side here. Well, apparently she isn't.
The ball! This girl here is not offside.
Luigi on the sidelines here, absolutely ropeable over that decision. And just going to have a listen in on this one between Ian and the City coach.
She's not offside. The ball's going to her. explaining it to you. I've got it here, yeah. But don't react that way. I understand the frustration, don't react that way.
So not much of an explanation given, but just saying, look, I went with my AR's decision. The flag was raised. Luigi not pleased, and he's probably got a point. It was the other player in the attack who was offside. Hernick had stayed behind the defender. So perhaps somewhat unfortunate, maybe a little quick raising the flag there. Or perhaps the AR feeling she was interfering by occupying a defender. Anyway, there's the Zebras back on the attack here, and I think that frustration coming through the fact that barely had a kick in this second half. It's been the Zebras firmly on top. Kanagisa works it to Gill. Gill straight to Hernick. Hernick to Fagan. The clearance only went as far as Archer, who slid in. Allaby, and a free kick will go the way of the Zebras.
Yeah, I know. It's getting a bit frustrating, that's all. Oh, 1 minute you can kill someone, next minute you can't even look at them, that's all.
So Gill to Archer, back to Gill. Goes down by Hallaby, and then Shegog plays it back for Hallaby. Too far ahead of her though. Mason able to intervene, and now she strides forward. Quite on the same page as Daniela Kanagisa though. And now Ian Colhoun has spotted something off the ball. There's just been a lot of these chippy fouls and misplaced passes have gone out. That's really broken up the flow of the game today. It's been a very stop-start throughout the 55 minutes. Not a whole lot of flow to the contest.
No. Always up.
So now a chance for Hallaby for City, perhaps. Mason managed to get it away from it. So news coming in from Warrior Park. Olympia found a 6th goal in that one, and lead Clarence 6 goals to 1. Clarence's misery continuing, and Olympia getting back on track in pretty emphatic fashion, it would seem. Over the top for Caitlin Roberts. Roberts for Zoe Nichols, chests it down, then tried to swing the return ball for Roberts. And he's just going to sit there now, dwell on it, wait for a little support to come, which comes in the form of Kanagisa, but Hawes also in close proximity. She coughs it up to Roberts, one back by Hernick.
Now push her on now, Rose. Push her on now.
Approaching the hour mark. City with a goal lead, but Zebras have certainly been the stronger side throughout this contest. We could be headed for an interesting conclusion to this one. Stevenson composed at the back again. Lovely work there from Caitlin Roberts. Worked it to Lucy McGregor. Puts it out in front of Delaney. Ruby Banner gets across there. And she runs it out of play. Top of the box. That one steered away. Lucy McGregor back on it. Forced to retreat, and a free kick going the way of City. It's a little bit soft for mine, but City will take it, that's for sure. Stevenson will take. Make that 7-1 down at Warrior Park. It's continuing to flow in that game. Fagan sweeping away With Roberts in there. That's a clever ball from Zoe Nichols. Beautiful work. Springs Sarah Morris, who's in behind and drives it straight at the keeper either side, and she scores. And Morris has just fired straight at Dewsbury. We can't believe her good fortune. Makes the save, but Ian took the shot on pretty early. And managed just to steer it away there with a kick save. It's a couple of good moments Morris has had in this half, getting in behind. Nichols playing a couple of intelligent balls. How's Morris's corner delivery, and again, the end product from Morris in this game has just not been good enough. She's doing everything but, really. She's giving her problems with her movement. She's getting on the ball. She's driving the play well, but those final crosses into the area, or shots, not quite going the way and I'm sure Chris Hay would have preferred. Into the middle, Allaby. And then Shegog. Lynn Shegog drives it through, looking for Emily Hernick. Hernick up against Graham here. Just trying to buffet her off the ball, then slid in. Apply the block. Moved away from her.
Hey mate, push on with her. Don't get the time to get the ball a turn. Long, stay. Make her mark you.
So it's Banner.
That's where Caitlin's got to be.
Throws in for Hallaby. McGregor's been good in this game. Kept things running through the midfield. Zoe Nichols, another one of those lovely little balls in behind, but Hernick has probably been the best player on the field. There's the curse of the commentator for you. Turns it straight over to Archer. Archer looking to play a Karagiza, but she's not going to be able to chase that one down. And as we've gone past now, still it remains 1-0. Here's a chance. Zoe Nichols couldn't quite get there. It was done no favours really by the ball to it.
Right, block him in. Block him in deep. Deep.
So the throw in looking for Banner. Straight over her head to Delaney. Delaney for Roberts. Now Archer.
Down the line.
Shalia Malkin
In front of the other girl, just so she can't hit her feet. That's fantastic. You've taken her out of the game. Lucy!
with the throw. Keelan Fagan. Steventon. Also from the back pitch, fooling a few people there, and playing continued. Kayla Mason gets across to it. Using her pace and sweeping across the back line nicely there was Mason. Worked it to McGregor. McGregor trying to find Zoe Nichols, who's just excelling in that role of coming short, collecting the ball. She's been up for a handball there, I think, as Zoe Nichols. We'll have a look on the replay. Yeah, I'm not sure the arm extends into the shoulder, but that's the call that's been made. Free kick going City's way. Taken by Morgan. And fortunately, or maybe not, Mason will get back eventually. So say fortunately they're able to clear the area, so no harm, no foul. Here's Archer. Here's Steventon. Steering it down the line, trying to find Shegog. Won't be able to though. Full time in Clarence Olympia. 8-1. 1-1 at half time that game. Some scores from around the grounds in a moment. as Dewsbury smashes that one away. And now Hallaby threatening him behind. Mason goes to ground. She gets a bit of the ball though, I think. And will be behind for a corner. So a good challenge in the end, a risky one from Kayla Mason. Behind it goes for the corner. Just gets the ball first and then goes straight through the player, I think. It's been a game devoid of clear goal-scoring chances so far. Can City find something here? Fagan the target from the corner, blocked well by Mason. And Kayla Mason continues on too. Having made the block, she carries the ball out of defence.
Murray, you're right. Zoe! Dave, Zoe's out there, you need to stay central then. Yeah. Murray, push high then. Push high. You've got to push high.
Here's Kayla Mason's, well, Daniel Kanagiza, sorry, spinning on the ball there. She'll get a chance to have a run now. Plays it through for Zoe Nichols. A 2-on-2 at the back here. Nichols has Morris in support. Roberts bombing up to join in. Morris has one thought on her mind, and that's to shoot, but couldn't get the direction on that one. Well wide of the mark in the end there.
Good stuff, lady. Target, make a save, yeah? Over there, look, on the left. Again, Steve!
Amy!
Jay!
Stay in the middle, find someone! Keelan, you still might need a jacket here a little bit as well.
So Dewsbury will take the goal kick. One goal lead, still standing up, and it may well be enough for them at this stage. Here in Delaney with the throw in. It's been good today, Delaney. Here's Zoe Nichols. Turning into the box, charging the byline. Zoe Nichols kept it in, but oh no, she didn't. There you go, kick. So Morris volleys it there to pretty good ball in there for Kanagiza, but she can't control her shot. Ends up drifting well and truly wide. So they push here.
Same again, Murray. High.
Push in there, Charlie, then. Push in a bit.
Having a hit from distance is Kanagiza, but again, lacking the direction. Still 0-0 at Valley Road between Devonport and Kingborough. There's Morris. Chips it to Zoe Nichols, who's in an offside position. Just not getting back onside there, the young striker.
Push on, Rude. Push on. Take it back.
So Steventon punching this one into the middle there for Hernick. Hernick threading it further afield, looking for Shegog, but Kayla Mason won't have to be in any particular rush, as once again the offside flag was raised, which is a frequent occurrence through 68 minutes here. Hallaby for Shegog.
And the Lions have kicked another one.
Archer, repelled by Stevenson, right into the bullseye. Now Keelan Fagan links it forward, but Gill is just rather barged into there by Hernick, and that'll be a free kick Zebra's way.
Go side, mark up!
So Gill, they're looking for Archer, miscontrolled, then won it back. Caitlin Roberts in the bullseye. Morris displayed it a bit behind Delaney, just halted her momentum and allows the defender to come in there. Ruby Banner steered it away to Graham. Back to Lucy McGregor. Was so prominent in that first 45. Zoe Nichols, the most likely to unlock the defence. Quite narrow here at the moment, and it leads to their downfall. They're broken up here by Shegog. Shegog out for Banner. Mason in ahead of Fagan, and now it's McGregor. A few tired bodies out there now, a few gaps starting to open up, but either team be able to produce the quality to make the most of it. Walls with the throw in. 20 to play here. 1-0 the lead for the home side. Looking to make it 2 from 2 against their sister Italian club. It's the two sides of the Juve heritage.
Last forward.
Murray, you need to be there. Take them for a walk, see what they do.
Here's Roberts. Caitlin Roberts centres it for Lucy McGregor. Lucy McGregor charging through the middle of Buckby Land Rover Park. And threads through a pretty good ball too for Erin Delaney, who's powered on down this right-hand side. Delaney up against Banner, tracked back nicely. Leave Ruby Banner.
Amy, make sure you stay central. Don't go charging forward.
More of a defensive-minded fullback, I would have thought generally Delaney, but has really got forward with enthusiasm today and has caused them some problems. That one's just going to be whacked on out of there. It's now a matter of just holding on for 20 minutes, really, for City. The Zebras have Lucy Johnson on the bench. I wonder if we'll see her called. There's Danielle Canagiza. Zoe Nichols has got time and space here. Zoe Nichols shot, was blocked. Now Archer from distance. Well over the bar. They have not had their shooting boots on today, the Zebras. They've created vastly more chances than their Launceston opponents. They've had control of this contest for the bulk of it, really. Outside of that first 10 or 15 minutes, it's been the Zebras firmly in the ascendancy, but they've just not had that killer blow. They've not had that goal scoring that they were so reliable with last year. They're just ruthless in season 2017. It's been missing this year on the Zebra side as Banner dispossessed by Delaney. Stretching was McGregor. The pass couldn't find Canagiza. Well, the throw in for Delaney. Nichols tries to work it forward. Hernick back there, and that'll be a goal kick again. Minutes continue to tick by. Still no way through for the Zebras.
Hey, let's go, set up early.
Well, word from Valley Road, where the Kingborough Lions lead Devonport 1-0. Valley Road, so that will be a big turn up if that was to hold, and undoubtedly be of interest to the two teams playing after these two. If the Strikers were to drop points to the Lions, who've never taken a point from Valley Road, that would be quite the result. A bit over 20 minutes left in that one. There's Hernick tune in to Campbell Douglas's call of that one if you want. Rather than listening to myself, get on him. He'll give you a good call. Here's Fagan as he crosses dangerously. A chance for Bannerhorse behind them. Ruby Banner. Couldn't pick out a teammate. It's blocked away.
Leave Brooke, leave it, Brooke, drop off. Keep dropping, Brooke. Charlie, 3. No, let's get on the ball. Pick it up, what's up, boss? Just inbound, well done.
And the Zebras find their goal.
Well done, Keelan.
They're so good at this against Launceston City last year. Even when they were being outplayed, they just had a knack of being able to find that goal
Hey, come on!
and get a result. They would not yield to them.
Go, let's make sure, though. We can get it back.
Forward they go. Zoe Nichols.
Murray, watch it off.
Nichols. Kayla Mason. Mason brought tumbling down. That'll be a free kick.
Get out. Gotta get to that goal now, last 15, okay? Be a bit greedy. You too, Zoe.
There's a call from the near touchline. It's for Danielle Kanagiza to be a little bit greedy should a chance present itself. She won't get one here though, because Hernick's attacking at the other end of the pitch. Shegog swinging it forwards. Now Keelan Fagan. And Kayla Mason with a good challenge to put the ball behind for another corner.
Lost! Just sit in this hole in there.
So eventually the corner's going to be swung in here.
Come and get in that comes over, okay?
It's going to be Hernick to take. Now at the top of the box. The ball's cleared away and Ruby Banner pounces on it.
Another one, Bailey.
Back to Banner. Delaney should be able to win this back for the Zebras. Oh, I'm not sure she meant to, but she worked it well to Kanagiza in the end. Well, lofted ball brought forwards. Cut out by Stevenson, who sprung it across there for Shegog. Lillian Shegog. As my phone hits the deck up here in the commentary box.
Well done, Charlie, stay. Set up. Who's defending?
Just spooking the producer ever so slightly, I think, in the process. The cubby type setup we're rocking here at Buckby Park today. A lovely day for football it is. And the producer has a shout out 1 second as this one's away by Kayla Mason. She'll repel it. Anyone listening has the team sheets for the next game. It's going to be a really quick turnaround, so please do bring them over here. There's Fagan at the top of the box, turns. Sends it across for Lillian Shegog. Shegog wins the ball nicely. Shut down by Mason. There's McGregor, in fact, getting across. Tenacious defending there and good positioning to cut that out, but Hernick now swinging it in. Ponting, who's been a virtual spectator all day, really, made that one save early. Watched one go past her, and then I don't think she's had a thing to do since. But looks like being on the losing end of the result, unless things change. Ball's chipped. Mason away from Fagan. And Mason flying in again. Committed as ever. Now I'm just going to get the pronunciation on this substitute. 1 second. Dvorakova is about as close as I'm going to get. So the new substitute. Dvorakova has come on for Janie Archer. So there we go, another check in the Zebras ranks. So there is the WSL debut for Dvorakova. Here's Hernick. Mason. And then just an up and under in the direction of Lillian Shegog. Shegog showing good turn of pace to get away from a marker and then crosses, but overhits it. And no harm done. So the ball chipped in the Kanagisa direction. Hernick in towards Fagan and picked up by Ponting.
Casey, come on!
Case, better than that!
1-1 scored out Valley Road. Braden Mann, who else, with an equaliser. So we'll see if they can claim the 3 points in that one. A big game in the NPL title race. Ulverston and South Hobart both leading their respective games over University. And Kingborough in other games in the Super League. Olympia thumping Clarence 8-1 in the other NPL action today. So the throw in for Lillian Shegog, who's starting to come into the game a little bit here late. Running on strong, works this one to Hernick. Hallaby back to Shegog. Back to Hernick, away by Kanagisa. Kanagisa to Morris. The counter-attack breaks down. And it's just chipped forward onto the head of Kayla Mason, who repels it as far as Morris. There's not a whole lot of movement out there right now. Some tired players on this pitch, I think. The Zebras force the issue. Gill's made a brilliant run if she can be picked out. Kanagisa tried to spring her in behind, couldn't quite find her. Caitlin Roberts. Across to Sarah Morris, who's done everything but come up with the final product in this one. She's trying to claim a corner here. Argues the case, and is not going to win that one.
Right. Squeeze. No. Squeeze. Remember? Up high, right. Fill in the centre there. Fill in the centre. He comes back. Press up!
Nichols pressuring Steventon. Steventon goes safety first again. So the Zebras running out of time to get their equaliser here. Fagan with an air swing. Lets Graham in. Graham for Gill. And that's going to be... I thought it might have been thrown City's way. It's a blue touch, not to be. Here's Roberts. Roberts to Kanagisa. Kanagisa can't get round the marker there though. Still trying to find a way in behind. Zoe Nichols wanted the ball played to her feet, didn't get it. They're holding on here. They are holding on. Here's Gill. It's kitchen sink time now for the Zebs. Delaney to Gill. Back to Delaney. Canagiza. Not to be. We'll off to get into the side netting only. Here's Gill, wins it back in a good area, plays it to Nichols. Showed strength to hold off Stevenson, but the support came in the form of Malkin. Now Fagan. Fagan, oh, it was a well-timed run from Hernick. Mason cut it out nicely though. Caitlin Roberts. Carrying it forwards. Spreads it out for Morris. Morris crosses looking for Nichols. Stevenson with a slightly dicey touch, but she'll recover it. Clear the area only as far as Morris. And behind for another corner. 86 minutes. Go on here at Buckby Land Rover Park. Zebras hammering away at the door. Or at least knocking lightly frequently. We haven't had a heap of clear-cut chances. They've just had so much of the ball in their final third. Another corner. This one swung in towards Mason. The fall for Roberts. Blasted it wide. Across to it, but couldn't get the direction on the shot. Away by Graham.
We're just offside if it comes back.
Right, Rude, you've got 5 more minutes left. Pressure, Murray. Got to be on the bounce.
Stevenson lofting it forwards there to Lillian Shegog. A little bit of room. She's found more space in this second half. Inside to Emily Hernick, who's physically battling away with Mason all day. That's been a real scrap, that one. Lucy McGregor. Hernick's clearance just went straight in the air and in the direction of Morris, and eventually Hall steps in. Well, it hasn't been the most convincing of jobs, but it looks like City are going to get the chocolates, barring any late twist here. Ground out this result. Struck early. Real Didier Deschamps type stuff this. Get the early goal and shut things down. Although they have invited a lot of pressure, it has to be said. Zebras, who walked away wondering how they got a result from this ground last year, might be wondering how they haven't got one this season. Here's Hernick, who just overhits that one. Pulled out the 3-iron when the 6-iron would have sufficed.
Yeah, I know, I'm just letting you know.
And over the top.
Well, you didn't deserve to win. Look at the
Any late news here for the Zebras.
Just wait. You wants to say something. Put him on speed.
Next one behind you, Walt. That one in there.
Actually got a face.
Fonzie should be able to get this now. What options will she have? She just launches it quickly in the Gill direction, takes it down, but again, it's coughed straight back up, and it's a very tired looking touch to that one. Roberts, almost threading the eye of the needle there. Quite dissect the defence. Not far away. That's been the story of this game for the Zebras. Almost, but not quite. Roberts. Couldn't find McGregor. And nodded away by Mason. Mason. A whole lot of urgency from the Zebras players at the moment, which might just be more about the circumstances of their season. got to have thought that last year, if they were a goal down, heading into stoppage time, they'd be pushing really hard, but I don't know that there's the belief in this group they can find the goal at the moment. There hasn't been a heap of energy coming out of them. And City have almost completed the job. Graham, Roberts, working up by Hallaby. She's been good and works it to Keelan Fagan. She's got a bit of room to operate in. Passed it straight to McGregor though. Now Graham carrying out for Morris. Morris for Roberts. Roberts takes a tumble. Nothing doing though. And gliding forwards now is Stevenson. The centre back a little bit out of position, but no one else has the legs to go, so why not? And Lillian Sheegold could ice the game, and she blasted well high and wide. Behind for a goal kick. I don't think there's going to be a lot of added time. We've ticked past 90 and a half minutes now. That might be, if not a sealing goal, an act that takes up enough time to seal the victory. Mason for Delaney. Graham wants it back. She's just got to launch this long and quickly. They do that, but Stevenson anticipated well. She lofts it forward, headed by Mason. Hallaby, now Hernick. It's controlled straight to McGregor. Players absolutely out on their feet here at the moment as Morris is clipped. And surely now you just get everybody forward and just knock it long. There can't be long left. Travelled 91 minutes plus change. McGregor wants the short option. It's well to work it to Roberts. Roberts does nicely, weaves forward. And again, Brooke Hernick, who has been an absolute pillar in defence today, makes the stop. Comfortable 3 votes in my book today for Brooke Hernick. Here's Nichols, who's threatened to break this game open on numerous occasions with her passes and unlock the defence. Slightly soft-headed there. Graham's going to chase back. I don't know how much time they've got left here though. Take the throw in. Got 3 minutes of added time. And might be able to have one last attack. If not, surely Ty Embers says the teams just throw the ball to each other here. Have it right back, says Launceston City. Delaney, Nichols. So Wise cross there with Morris now. Lucy McGregor. Last chance coming up here for the Zebras. Roberts, can she make it count? It's a good ball. It might spring for Sarah Morris. Sarah Morris now crossing, blocked off by Stevenson and then repelled away by Malkin. And they hang on. And again, just that inability to produce the ball in the final third that's hurt the Zebras today. Delaney, Zoe Nichols, last chance saloon here as we tick past 93 minutes. McGregor. Fagan over the top, Hernick against Mason. Hernick's in behind, she's timed her run to perfection here. Emily Hernick to put the cherry on top. Was worked off it well by Kayla Mason. I reckon if Hernick hits the deck, she might have won a penalty there for a push, but as it was, nicely done by Mason. Good strength, I think. Good decision. Well, play to continue, but it matters not. Launceston City get the result anyway. An early goal from Emily Hernick was all it took to settle it. She put them 1 goal up in the opening 15 minutes. And City really dominated. From that point on, it was all the Zebras. It was one-way traffic at the other end, though. They dominated the game. Didn't really create that many clear-cut scoring chances, though, for all their possession, for all their play around the area. And they weren't able to find the goal to get themselves a point. So Launceston City will stay clear and move 12 points clear of Zebras in second spot on the table. Taroona probably the only side that can catch them now. But a pretty meaningful result for City in terms of locking up second spot there. And a good victory for them over the Zebras. We're going to Shut up now and let Ash set up the next stream. Do stick around because coming up, I'm guessing with a delayed start, will be Hobart Zebras versus Launceston City in the NPL Tasmania.